Officer, I'd like to report a murder. It happened right before my eyes. I saw everything. Hello, and welcome back to Hardcore Season 2, Episode 10, I believe. And nothing has really been done in between episodes. I haven't really been able to do much because I've had a very packed week. So I haven't been able to really work on anything besides upgrading my villagers. I'll come in, harvest my farms up, and work with my villagers. So I don't really have much to show you as far as what I've done in between episodes. And I don't really know what I have planned for this episode. I'm just going to try and run around and get some things done. And what I'm going to get done, I don't know. I think I need to finish up the stonecutter building. I know I need to finish that one up. I need to start the librarian building. And I need to figure out the pathways, because right now I have regular path blocks in place. And then in some places I have like some slabs to like be step-ups and stuff like that. But I really need to figure out how I want these paths to lay and exactly where I want them to lay. Right now I just have path blocks kind of marking everything. And also, the one thing that I've done that's big is mark out the path blocks for down here. You'll notice I have like a square pattern, hold on. But I have this right here, this is going to be like a little town square with a bunch of really cramped buildings down here. This is going to end up being my storage like space. This entire square space here is going to end up being my storage building. But it's going to look like multiple buildings from the outside. How I'm going to do this yet, I don't quite know, but this entire area is marked out to be a very decorative kind of like port area. And all of this out here is going to end up being dock space. How I'm going to decorate that yet, I don't know. But this is just a very, very rough sketch of what I want this area to kind of look like. But as far as that down there and trading up with my villagers, I haven't really done much else. I know I need to get my market kind of figured out. I need to figure out what type of pathing, like the block palette for my pathing. I need to figure out what that is and work on a few more of the buildings. So I think that's going to be the start to today, is just finishing up this building. Is going to be my only real goal for today. Because I need to figure out this entire space. And I also need to get the villagers in here. And I think that's going to be 95% of the video, is just figuring out this building. So let me go get some blocks, figure out what I want to do, and I will be back. Okay, now I don't really know what I'm going to be using as a texture block up here, but I'm going to keep like the darker colors, and I think I'm just going to use stripped dark oak down here. And just do that for the walls for the time being. And once I figure out a texture block to go with this, I will definitely move on that and put in a texture block. But for right now, I'm just going to put in stripped dark oak. Okay, and that is the second story in place. I have a balcony on this side. I am going to have to go over here. And just some basic windows on the side. This side's very plain. I'm hoping when I put the wall over here, I can kind of spice this area up. So for right now, that area is a little bit plain. And in the back, I really like this window right here. In my opinion, it looks very nice. But it looked very busy when I had two of them right next to each other. So I decided to go for a very simple window right here. And hopefully can put like a little bit of a spice up there or something else whenever I go to put the roof on. But overall, I do like how this building looks. And I just need to pop the roof on it, but I need to go collect more materials in order to pop the roof on that. So I will be back once I can get the roof on. Okay, and cutting back in, I did have to do some crazy stuff. I just wanted this to be like a normal flat roof here, but it wouldn't work with how I have the window set up, so I did have to do this little bit of an indentation here. But The other two sides of the roof are pretty much normal. Just the normal little angle roofs I've been doing so far. And it's on the flatter side like this one is. So as I get more and more stuff through here, you'll be able to kind of like see the scale of the buildings going farther back. Now, that's all I want to do today as far as building. My next step is to get the stonecutter in there. Problem being, moving villagers is extremely difficult, especially when they don't want to follow you normally. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to get him to follow me. Either that or stick him in a boat. Hello, sir. But I'm going to go figure that out, and once I get him in there, or if I want to cut back in between those two times, either he dies or gets lost or however that works, I will cut back in and show you guys what I did. Okay, he was significantly easier to move. He's already up there. Boop, 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 boop. He's already in here. Hey, buddy. How you feeling? Yeah, I wouldn't be too happy about this either. But he's up here, he's ready to go. I just have to get an area set up for him. And I don't know exactly where I want to set him up at. I'm thinking about in this general vicinity. Or even like on this wall too. Just somewhere along here. But first I'm going to sleep, and then I'm going to try to set up his area and get him to cooperate. We'll see how that's going to go. Okay. Coming back in. Not the prettiest thing, but he's in there. He was actually an easier one to get in there than the Fletchers. But he's in there. He's stuck. He has kind of like this little counter-esque thing. He looks like he's inside of a furnace, I'm going to be completely honest. And that was kind of out of spite due to the fact of he escaped the first time I tried to get him in here and then just dipped. Like, dude went straight back to the breeder and tried to get inside. Man just dipped. So, he's now in here. He's good. He's fully set up. I can now go put the bell back where it's supposed to be. Which was down here. But he's now in here. He's good. I can now get another one whenever I have the chance. And I'm probably going to set that one up here. Like, keep its stonecutter here and then just set up a counter space for him. And then kind of trap them in here. Probably with slabs. So I don't block the entirety of the windows. But yeah. That's going to be him. Let's see time progression on our tents down here. It's actually not that bad. God, I'm going to love it when they're all fully transformed. Okay. I think that's going to be all for this episode at least. I've got that building finished. I've got the stonecutter in there. Dude spazzed out. What are y'all both doing up there? But now I have 2 villager professions up and ready to go. I think my next step is to start getting signs and like attaching them up here. Kind of like hanging into the road, kind of. And making either banners to represent each shop, or getting like item frames and putting them on like a certain block or something. And putting whatever person is in there on the sign. But I'm actually kind of happy with this build. I think for the profession buildings, I'm going to try to keep like that brown coloration, but make it slightly different each time. Like one time it may be like stripped oak. I may do stripped spruce again. But I know for this building, I want to go a little bit more extravagant. I want this building to be mainly stone. And possibly, after I get my stonecutter completely up, I want to buy quartz from him before I have to go to the nether. Hopefully I can do that. I don't know. I may actually try working on that before I completely end the video. So let me see. Oh, there we go. We have Quartz. Now he is fully leveled up so I can get blocks of quartz as well as just regular quartz pillars, which will be very helpful. Let's just buy quartz pillars, sure. But I want to use these kind of outside of the library because I want the library to kind of stand out a lot. I'm actually wanting to maybe even move it to be up here somewhere. Or even down there next to the square area, because I actually want it to be slightly bigger. I've realized that there's actually a lot of books you can get from librarians. I know, kind of a duh, but I may actually move it up here, like somewhere along this area, because I want it to be a very large building. Because I actually want a lot of librarians. Because I want an unbreaking, and I need to re-get a Silk Touch villager and stuff like that. So I'm going to have to work on all of that, but now that I have quartz, I can actually work on getting the building materials and getting that up and started. But this also means I have a constant influx of emeralds, because whenever I go mining for stone, I can just as easily use silk, and since silk has mending, whenever I trade the stone back to him, I can repair it, which is going to make life so much easier. Now my axe is fixed. And this axe I just recently made. It does have mending on it. I'm going to finish breaking off this one, but it's efficiency 3 and breaking 3. It's a pretty good work axe. And now I just need to get something similar for a shovel and a pretty good sword, and then I'll be pretty set when it comes to weapons and tools. Sir, is that a piece of my sand? Or is that gravel? I can't tell what you have. You have gravel. He disappeared. And he ran. Oh my... Sir, you didn't have to do it to him like that! Sir! Officer, I'd like to report a murder. It happened right before my eyes. I saw everything. I think my next step as far as who I'm going to get out next is going to be my farmer villager, because I need to get him out so that it's easier to trade with him and I don't have to go hunting for him. But I also need to get more villagers producing. It's going to level you up faster. The thing is you can level pretty quickly doing that, but I don't want to buy suspicious stew from you, because I don't know what it's going to do to me. Okay, and with the stonecutter shop finished, and the stonecutter moved in there, as well as a new library, speaking of which, if y'all have any ideas for that area down there, let me know. A new area for our library, which is up here now. I am going to end up filling in this cave, by the way. I'm not going to fill it in entirely. I'm just going to put like 2 layers of dirt over the entire thing and then light it up down bottom so that it's not a mob spawner. But with all of that said, I know I didn't get to work on the tree or anything today. Like I said, I'm a little bit crunched on time. I haven't really been able to grind as much as I would want to in between episodes. But with that said, I'll have to say goodbye for now. I will see you guys later, and goodbye!